Are you still stuck trying to plan for the year ahead? Stay tuned because I want to talk to you about visualization and how to write down your big dreams and go for them. This is Velez, giving you tools for success in this season. And what a season! My goodness, we're in 2020 and we're just starting the year off right. And last week we talked about the power of remembrance, and we give you kind of like some tools of regarding what we did at the end of the year as we got prepared in the first few weeks of this 2020, a new year and a new decade. And if you are like me, some of our resolutions for the new year have like fall to the cracks, especially those dieting resolutions, but it's not too late to pick them back up and move forward. What you need to do is to plan and stick to it. Consistency is key. And I want to review a little bit of what we spoke last week because it's helped me immensely in the goals that we're setting up for this new year and this new decade. And the reason I'm doing this video is because I know most of you got overwhelmed with the Christmas season and the holidays and everything, and you're still planning ahead, and you feel like you make your resolutions and you dream about a new season and some things new for the new decade ahead, the new year ahead, and you're feeling like, oh my God, this is the same old thing. And that is not the case. I assure you, if you do these simple steps, you will get the courage that you need to move forward into the next season and move strong. So last week we talked about remembrance and why remembrance is important. Remembrance is important because it will give us the tools to see where we were at, and will also give you in the right mindset to move forward in life. I love this quote from Maya Angelou, and it reads like this: I have great respect for the past. If you don't know where you've come from, you don't know where you're going. And that can't be most true. You need to know where you're coming from so you can see growth, and so you can see the progression on how much you have accomplished. Because if you don't have that in your mindset, or if you don't have that focus and you don't frame it from that point of view, you are gonna feel like you have failed, like you have accomplished you haven't accomplished anything, and you're just starting, especially if you're looking at fresh year, fresh decade, new goals, and all of that. So I want to remind you what we spoke last week. We talked about remembering, and remembering is important because you bring a memory, things that happens. There is power in remembering because it will allow us to look back, and with that mindset we can look forward. We talk about writing down what we remember, and we gave you the exercise to go month by month, or if you were looking at the decade completely, find one key event that happened during that month or during that period of time. Something that is really important, or something that was significant, that brought change into your life. It could be good, bad, doesn't matter. The important thing is that you're gonna frame your mindset in from a growth perspective. So what did you learn from that? You're gonna write all of that down. And number 3, you're gonna meditate on that. Why you're gonna meditate on that? Because that will allow you to see your progress. And again, it's very important that you see it from a perspective of growth. You have to find something positive out of a negative, or something positive out of something that happened in your life. It can be positive or negative, but you have to look at it from, wow, I did grow. I maybe screwed up here and there, but I did grow. I learned my lesson. So that's what we want to see. This week, we're going to talk about visualization. Why visualization? Because now that you are in the right mindset to look ahead, because you have looked back, now you know where you're going. You're like, oh man, I really have grown. Now you are focused on the growth, and you are looking at your life and how much more growth. If you did all of that, how much more growth you are going to have in the next season. And for this week, I want you to bring a blank piece of paper and you write down 3 dreams that you have been putting off, or things that you're like, oh, I wish I could do that. And if they're in your mindset, they're impossible or very hard to attain, I really want you take the courage to write them down. Because when we write down things, we pull it from the imagination to the right now. We can see them, not only in our imagination, but they're now in a piece of paper. They're black and white. When we write that down, what we had in our mind, it becomes a little bit more real, and it ignites our passion and our desire to now go for it. I also want to look at those 3 things, and that you pick one. The one thing that is the thing that you can do maybe in the next 6 to 8 months, maybe 9 months, 6 to 9 months. What is that thing that you each day making a change, doing something each day you can reach in the next 9 months? If you decided one of your resolutions this year were like, finally I'm gonna lose those 10 pounds that are bugging me, you can accomplish that in the next 6 months. So that is something that you can write down. But I'm not talking only about those things. I'm talking about something that is really deep and important, that you're like, oh, I've been dreaming about writing my first book and I haven't done it, and I really wish that I could do it, but I don't know how. Write that down. Write that type of dreams. And because the important thing here is that you, at the end of this, that you are going to look at it and you are like, yes, I can do this. Once you have write it down, I want you to take a moment. You remember 3 dreams. You are gonna write them down, because from the imagination you're gonna put it into paper. Now those 3 dreams are right there in front of you. I want you to pick one, the one that you think that you can accomplish in the next 6 to 9 months. And what you're gonna do with that dream is you're gonna take about 5 to 10 minutes. You're not gonna do nothing. You're gonna go to a room. You're gonna get perhaps a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, something, put some music down. If you use aromatherapy, you light your candle on or put your diffuser on. You set up the environment to have a moment of meditation. In my case, I'm a Christian, so I not only meditate, I will pray, and I ask my God, the Lord Jesus Christ, to come into, and I invite him into the dream. The point is that right now you are going to meditate about this. You're going to meditate about this dream, and you're going to visualize yourself accomplishing that. And you're going to start thinking with a piece of paper. I forgot to tell you that you need like a journal or something. But in that piece of paper, in that journal, you're going to start visualizing, and once you see something, you're going to write it down. And then you are going to meditate on the things that you need to do to accomplish that dream. And without putting a block on it. You're gonna write those things down as they come to you. Doesn't matter if they feel funny or they feel unattainable and they feel ridiculous, you are gonna write everything down. What you're doing, you are brainstorming about it. So this is very important, okay, that you do that. Once you have done all of that, if you wanna give yourself a couple of minutes, take a recess, you can. But if you feel like you can keep going, the next step is that you're gonna take all of those ideas and you're gonna organize them on sequential order, or things that, yeah, I think that this is first, this is second. And once you have organized those things, you kind of have a rough draft of things that you can do, and you're gonna pair them by things that go together. Okay, so now you have like 1 or 3 things that you have done to create this list. So maybe startup, you can group everything. So what do I need to do first? What do I need to do next? What do I need to do third? Like if you are one of those people that are writing a book, well, you first need to decide what you're going to write about. Then you need to start your outline of the book, and then start writing. That will be your general 3 steps. But if you're one of those people that you say, I need help, then your first thing for starting it will be, I need to find someone to help me in the process. I need to learn more. Okay, but that will be kind of your starting piece. Then your second thing that you need to do, once you have finished your draft, you need to find the tools or the people that will help you edit the book, that will help you publish the book, and will help you with all the pieces. And then finally, you're gonna start doing the marketing and putting yourself out there. That's kind of the general idea of the things that you need to do to move forward. And again, this could be completely different for someone that its goal will be losing weight, or for someone that the goal is something completely different. Okay, but what you are doing by writing these things down is bringing clarity to the vision, bringing clarity to what you have visualized. Okay, so the 3 steps for this week is to sit down, write those ideas, pick one, visualize it, and write down the things that you need to do to accomplish that dream or that vision. Okay, and once you write it down, the last thing will be pursue it. When you start knocking down that list of things that you did, and you start pursuing that dream. Okay, this is all for this week. I'm bringing this you into small chunks because next week I am going to talk to you a little bit about planning and action plans and pursuing those dreams, okay? Because it's very important that you maintain your courage as you move forward, because sometimes we get stuck when you pursue your dreams. So this is all for today. If you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, please subscribe, hit that bell so you can get all the notifications, and please share this information with other people if this has blessed you. That is all for today. God bless you, and see you next time.